Welcome to Yellow Skunk Farms. Quick disclaimer, this is a 21-year-old and up channel, so if you're not 21 years of age or older, please leave now. And we do not advocate the use or sale of any drugs. This is a hobby. So, welcome to our indoor regenerative garden. And if you're new to the channel, if this is your first time viewing, let me introduce you to our turtles in our pond and our goldfish pooter. And I was hoping that the turtles would be right here. Oh, I see Cooter over there. Cooter is a slider cooter. I believe it's a river, no, peninsula. He is a peninsula river slider cooter. Looks like he just laid a log on my pump over there. Not sure. And we have another one as well. You see Pooter, but I don't see Scooter. Scooter's our other slider turtle. Oh, there she is. She's a female. She's the biggest one. What's up, Scooter? And if you're new, this is a cannabis garden. We are our fourth run in this grow, and what we got going on here is the fish pump, or the pond pump over there, pumps up water into the creek system, and the creek runs down through, circles back around, back into the pond. So the creek is our filtration box. So there is no filtration. We're using the creek as filtration, and we're also using it to water the soil beds, so the plants actually do get water. The soil is being moisturized, so to speak, by wicking action from the sand and the silt and the clay. So this is wicking water up the creek wall here into the soil pockets where the soil stays moist. The worm castings, you can see the worm castings. We don't have no pure perlite. This is all aerated by critters, and you can see our isopods running around there. These guys are crucial to aerating the soil. They dig, they bury themselves, they can move that worm casting around, and just underneath you'll find worms. There's one right there. I just don't want to push down on these worm castings. That's the biggest thing. I don't want to compact them. I want to leave them to where they can easily be moved through. And that's creating that aeration we need for the biology inside those worm castings to do what they do. This is just an old nitrate pad. It's being cleaned as we speak. So I put these pads, these are just freshwater fish aquarium pads. They got biochar inside of them. Set these right here in the creek. And when they're full, you can see how they catch a lot of poo. When they're full like this, we'll just pull it out, bring it up here, and let the critters run through it. And they're going to release all that nutrient. This is just an avocado pit. Just threw that in there just for, I'm not going to push it down in there or anything like that. This is an old potato we just set down in there. We had this sitting in the house. This is just food. Basically, it'll take forever to eat that potato. They'll get all the starches and everything out of it. It's not the first time we buried a potato in there. And you can see we're actually getting a new elephant ear right here. This was not here. Like yesterday, it was just about that tall. Elephant ears are great to have in the soil. This is probably a stem off of this. It's not dead, it just hasn't popped off any new leaves yet. But these put roots way down in the ground, and then from those roots they have like what I call stem oil. They can actually just spread like crazy underneath the ground and then pop up these guys all over the place. But that's what we want. Let's take a look at this. You used some fishing line yesterday to string up a few. And look how pretty that flower is. Look at that lime green. We talk about terpy. These freaking things are terpy. Now there are seeds. We did do a seed run. We did have a male plant right over here. You can see the old stump right here. This is just another Chemi Pure bag that we set up. You can see the worms come up and just run through all that bacteria and stuff that comes out of this Chemi Pure bag. Look at the worm inside the bag running through that biochar. Probably got in through this little hole right here. So I'll just take this and we'll just get it wet again. That'll kind of activate everything in there. Bring it over here and put it in a different spot, but cover up the spot that it was in. Kind of loosen it up a little bit. Give it a little chicken scratch this morning. See the worms running. Get a little juice on there. Guys just down there eating it up. And these worms are just really eating up that bacteria that's on all this stuff. All this bacteria and all that stuff that's coming out of this fish pond here, or creek, is being consumed by the worms. All the sand and the silt and the clay that's underneath coming up out of the creek, they're just working it. You can see how moist it is. We don't have to water because all that moisture is being wicked into the soil beds. It's quite crazy. We had to remove, you can go back we had dog fennel here that was just wicking a tremendous amount of water, and that's why we were having issues with this plant here. This plant couldn't breathe, and we were getting red streaking. We were seeing a lot of issues in droopy leaves. I won't seeing it in any other of the plants, just kind of in the soil in the center pocket here. So what was happening is that we found the problem, and that the dog fennel here, let's go around this way, was wicking water up into this channel here. See this channel right here? It was pulling water up into that, right into this, like a river, right into the soil pocket. And that's why we were getting too much water in our hole down here. And it was just, like I said, pulling all that water into the soil pocket and creating a mud, basically just mud in there. And when that happens, that's anaerobic. It can't breathe. And when it can't breathe, we start seeing problems. Droopy leaves like this. Leaves will start dying off. The flowers are pulling a lot of that, using all that energy to sustain the flower, because we're in flower now, but it can't sustain it because it can't breathe, because it's just so saturated with water. And we know that underwater, when there's no air, nothing can breathe. So we removed the dog fennel, we pulled off, we made sure that water stopped flowing in there. Got a little bit of water coming in over here, but that's pretty good. Nothing coming in all the way around to this side, just a little right there. Let that dry out a little bit, what I've been doing is taking this probe here, just little, and kind of just aerating the soil a little bit, giving it an opportunity to dry out. I don't know what I'm hitting there, rock. Yeah. Another piece of avocado sticker. Get that out of there. Oh. Guess I'll just reach over there and get it. Avocado sticker. You see the tape, that is our lining for our new pond that's going in. This is going to be the garden side. We're creating a whole new channel. It's going to be Yellow Skunk Pond Gardens. You can check it out. It is up and running, but I don't have any videos yet. Might actually do that today. I was going to try and do a live, because I got some rocks and we're going to start laying foundation rocks for the new pond. So the pond's gonna be there, and then this is the garden. The creek will run, basically come down a mountain here, start here, run around here, back in, and we're gonna grow all kinds of stuff: tomatoes, peas, carrots, squash. We're gonna have shit everywhere in here. It's gonna be like a oasis. And then we got our monstera, which is just taking over the community here. We need to get some lights. It's stretching to the light is all it's doing. So when I get new light, I'm going to get a new light. We're going to put one here. We're going to put, I'm thinking 3, but it might be 4. We might put 1, 2. We really don't need one over the pond, but 1, maybe just 1, 2, 3, just like we have over here. 1, 2, 3, leaving the pond not in direct sunlight, because we don't want that direct light over that pond. It creates too much of an algae bloom. We get plenty of that in the creek. So once we get in here and get it laid out, then we'll be able to really see where we need the lights. But we're using Grandmaster LEDs. These are the Borg Evolution, Tarantula Borg Evolutions. 4 channels. I mean, super awesome light. I'll never use anything else. They got great customer service. I'm only pulling 224 watts of power. I'm 55% total power, but I have 4 channels here. I'm only running on 3 right now. You can see I'm only running 40% 20/20. That's giving me a PPFD of 900 to 1200 at the top. And then down at the bottom we're around 6, depending on where it is. But our DLI is dialed in at like 32, 33. You just can't beat the power usage is next to none, but we still have plenty of power. And we're getting some beautiful looking flowers. I'm not using any far red right now because we are in seed. You can see the seed right there. Yeah, lime green. I tell you, this thing is a Mr. Clean. It is just lemon lime, like chemical smell. Lemon lime / chemi. Little funk. And we do chop and drop everything. Yeah, she's getting funky. It's sticky too. Chop and drop everything in here. Everything's trying to get recycled back in. This is our Joshua tree. This is like the slowest growing thing I've ever seen in my life. But she's growing. Let's go over here and look at these others over here. So we got our elephant ear. This thing needs to come out of here. It's starting to get funky. And whenever they get big like this, they get funky. I don't know why. You can see this is, got one here, and we got another one here that we've plucked off already. This is the other, this is the Jolly Pond Marmalade Grove. So is this one here. This is my favorite. This is going to be the money one right here. This is the cotton candy Kush mimosa. This has got some orange apricot. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. But it is a sativa, and it is cotton candy bubble gum. If I've super tight nugs with the seed. Every time I touch it, it's a funky apricot, orange, cotton candy, bubble gum, funky, fruity mess. It's beautiful. This one is a little bit more on the gas side. You know, they're not very big buds. They're tight little nuggets, but they do have seeds, remember. So we got some seeds in there, so not expecting big huge buds. This is the one we've done, the yellow skunk, stacking on it. It's really nice. Good frosty. This has got also a lemon lime type gas, more of a like a funky foot, like a lemon funk foot. Lemon feet, that's what we ought to call it. See, we got seeds and everything, so it's going to be interesting, to say the least. It's our first time ever doing anything like that. We cut back this dog fennel as well. You can see from yesterday, we just thinned it out the top a little bit. See more running. You can see how high the creek wall is. That's how much that water will wick up that wall. See right here, we put down some new sand and silt, but it's just being turned into that organic matter, that worm casting. As long as that moisture's right, those worms run through it, turning it into organic, rich plant food for our plants. As long as we keep that moisture level right. That thing smells good, boy. Our ivy is gone, really growing crazy. Every day growing. There's another pad here. Just letting our critters run through the pad. Cleaning it out. What I need to do over here is aerate a little bit. Let's take this old stick here. Just kind of aerate a little bit around here. The critters do, mess things up too. So we need to act like a chicken or a bird or something. Come around here and just tear things up a little bit. Break that seal on top. Allow that air to air to keep flowing, because they will turn it into a mud pit. So I'm just kind of mimicking nature right here. Is all I'm doing. Boom. Done. So I acted like a bird, just scratching around the surface, breaking that seal of that soil, not allowing it to tighten up too tight. You know what I mean? We want some tension, but not a lot. This is the old allowing air is the most important thing. Air, environment, moisture. But air is extremely important. This is why that creek grass is so green. Everything stays so green around the edge. It doesn't go anaerobic because of the air trapped in the water of the creek from the flow in the fall. So we've got a fall over here, we've got aeration in the pond, we've got a fall up there coming down through. You can see it flowing. That's picking up air. Wherever it cracks the surface, it will pull air into. So that air will be trapped inside the water molecule, and you see this is how all of this worm casting now is aerated, basically worm casting from the water being wicked up. And it's pretty cool. I guarantee there's a worm under here. Yep, there he is. There's two. So that's what happens. So you just, then this is the isopod hotel right here. Let's see how many isopods we got in here today. Hey, this is the hotel. This is where they hang out. They're underneath there working, making babies, doing their thing. It's just an old turtle shell we found down at the reservoir. And they love being under something. Pretty cool. Alright, I'm glad everybody got to visit today. We're gonna definitely start working on this, so we're gonna probably start it off just with a live video. That's probably gonna be my first video on Yellow Skunk Pond Gardens. When I do post a video, I'm just gonna set it up, and we're gonna start laying rocks in here, start setting the foundation. We'll do it live, and that way it'll just post to a live on the YouTube channel, and that'll get us started and go from there. We're gonna build this thing live on YouTube, so ought to be fun. It's just going to take a long time, so if you want to be a part of that, come hang out with us. We're going to be, like I said, I don't know if it'll be today, tomorrow. Just, I guess, subscribe to the channel and then hit notifications, and when I do go live, you'll be notified. And yeah, come hang out. If not, you can see it and watch it later. But hope everybody enjoys their Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.